No mai haere mai, welcome to Metro News on Kōkako, I'm Mason Herbert. The woman who murdered her 2 children and hid their bodies in suitcases has been sentenced to life imprisonment. RNZ is reporting Hak Young Lee faced 2 charges of murder over the deaths of her children, Yuna and Minu Jo, in 2018. The bodies of her children were found 4 years later after the sale of an abandoned storage locker. Lee has a minimum non-parole period of 17 years. RMA Minister Chris Bishop and Local Government Minister Simon Watts have announced a proposal to replace regional councillors with a board of local mayors. This would be one of the biggest government reforms since 1989, a change that worries Environment Canterbury Chairman Dion Swiggs. He says going forward, regional differences have to be taken into account, as changes made to northern regions wouldn't be as applicable to a region like Canterbury. The bodies of 2 climbers who fell near the summit of Aoraki Mount Cook have been recovered. Aoraki Area Commander Vicky Walker says one of the men was a US national, while the other was a well-respected guide. The pair, who were roped together, fell from a peak on the west ridge of the mountain at 11:50 p.m. on Monday. New Zealand mountain guide Anna Keeling said summiting at night is fairly typical as the snow is much firmer due to colder conditions. The groupings have been announced for next year's T20 Cricket World Cup. The Black Caps have been grouped with South Africa, Afghanistan, Canada and the UAE for the tournament. Meanwhile, better cricket rivals India and Pakistan are also set to go head-to-head. The World Cup will be held in India and Sri Lanka from February 7th to March 8th.
Thanks, Mason. This afternoon on Metro News.
Hanmer Springs is in recovery mode after hundreds of trees were lost in storms last month.
It's coming up at the end of this week. Is the cost of living changing the way we shop on Black Friday?
And DVDs, vinyl cassettes, they're all making a comeback with consumers. Find out why. Tēnā koutou I tēnei ahiahia, no mai haere mai. Welcome to Metro News. Ko Michaela Lemon tēnei.
Ko Amy Stanton tēnei. Hundreds of hectares of trees were lost in Hanmer Springs after storms last month, and now locals are mounting a full swing recovery. Imogen Brophy reports.
It's the calm after the storm for Hanmer Springs. Fences damaged, trees down, paths closed. However, the community spirit is stronger than the 200-kilometre winds. An estimated 800 hectares of trees fell in last month's winds. Regional Manager for Matariki Forests, Hamish McConnon, says recovery will take until at least September next year.
It's keeping everybody safe, so that's the priority. And then we've made a plan around how we're going to approach the wind throw. We've got some extra crews in.
But this isn't deterring locals. Huranui East Ward Councillor Tom Davies says an hour after the storm, locals were getting stuck in.
Being the rural community that it is, no sooner had the winds dropped, within an hour chainsaws were out. People were out there doing it.
Resident and bike rider enthusiast Graham Frith is part of a group of local volunteers helping clean up the tracks in the Hanmer Heritage Forest.
I just put a message on Facebook and say, hey, I'm going out to do this. Anyone want to come and help me? And all these people, including the school, came out one day, and about a dozen kids came out and helped do their community work.
The volunteers have been working alongside DOC, Matariki Forest and a local maintenance group. Many of the tracks are open again thanks to their efforts.
The best mountain bike tracks are open. The bridle paths, some of them are open. And the classic walks of Mount Dunblane, Mount Isabel and Conical Hill are all open.
Top 10 accommodation owner Marty Ground says as long as some tracks are open, the business will be fine.
People are still coming, and Canterbury Anniversary Weekend was really, really huge, which was fantastic. Of course, Labour Weekend directly after the storm was a bit quiet, but by the Monday, everything was just back to normal numbers, to be fair.
With Christmas just round the corner, a running competition in January and a bike race in March, the hard work will continue until the tracks are restored. Imogen Brophy, Metro News.
The official cash rate has dropped 25 basis points to 2.25. It's a 3-year low for the rate. This time last year it was 4.25. It's predicted that this will be the last cut of the rate after a number of falls in a row. It will also be the final decision, with current Reserve Bank Governor Christian Hawkesby at the helm. New Governor Anna Brenman starts next week. The next official cash rate decision will be in February next year.
It's the start of spending season, with Black Friday right around the corner. But with high cost of living pressures squeezing wallets, are people shopping the sales? Izzy Ingles is hitting the stores now. Kia ora, Izzy. How busy is it on the ground? Will people be spending big on Friday?
Kia ora, Amy. It's not too busy here just yet, but we do still have a couple of days till Friday. Black Friday's always been big in the US, but we Kiwis just seem to have taken to it like ducks to water. Shop owners around Ōtautahi are saying that this year could be bigger than Boxing Day this year, and if last year's $175 million nationwide spend is anything to go by, it'll be a big day for retailers. And yes, that is the big question, if buyers will be up for spending their cash or be saving it. The OTR rate has just dropped, which could mean more money in shoppers' pockets. Stats NZ's latest data says electronic spending went up $11 million last month, so that's 0.2%. ANZ, on the other hand, says consumer confidence is down 2.2%, which could cut into profits.
And what should shoppers look out for?
They should keep an eye out for overhyped sales. Consumer NZ has just done a study where they tracked 3 products from multiple locations over 3 months and found that shoppers should be wary of discounts. It could pay to shop around this weekend, as those bright bargain deals might not be the real deal.
Thanks, Izzy.
Physical media is experiencing an unexpected revival. Record stores, DVD libraries and comic shops are welcoming a wave of new customers, from nostalgic older generations to Gen Z collectors, discovering the appeal of something they can hold in their hands. Aston Palmer has the details.
Live. Whether it's CDs, cassettes or vinyl, Nick from Ride On Supersound believes that physical media is making a comeback.
We started doing this 7 years ago as of Monday, and when we started, having a record store was a stupider idea than it is now. Briscoes are selling records right now. Yeah, it's terrifying.
Sales for physical media have soared over the past few years, and now creators are putting their music on vinyl and tapes again. The younger generation have taken to owning physical copies of their favourite artists, not only to display on their walls, but also because fewer people are streaming music, some in protest at the poor returns streaming sites give artists. Gen Z aren't the only ones buying physical media. The generations who grew up with vinyl and cassettes are rediscovering their love for the medium.
It's not just CDs and vinyl coming back, it's also DVDs and comic books.
Shane Roberts, manager at Graphic Comics and Toys, says that there has been an upsurge in comic buying.
Yeah, there's been a spike of quite younger readers, like I say 15 to 25-year-olds, coming in, and rather than waiting for the book collections, they actually want to get the single comics, which is good.
Whether it's your local record store, DVD library or comic book shop, you'll find they're busier than ever. Aston Palmer, Metro News.
It all started in 2014 when 2 Aussie mates created a mobile laundry service in the back of their van for people in need. The Orange Sky service has now been running in Ōtautahi for 3 years. Although the name might not mean much, their continuing service to people in need certainly does. Michaela Lemon has the story.
Michelle Nelson has been volunteering for Orange Sky for almost 2 years now. For her, it's the small things that help people feel good about themselves.
It's important for people's morale to feel clean and have clean clothes. And also, a lot of what we do is just sit around and chat to people.
Their distinctive orange vans target the less affluent parts of the city, offering free laundry services and hot showers to whoever turns up. They've kept track of their customers and so far have done almost 3,600 loads of laundry, just under 2,400 showers, and nearly 6,000 hours of kōrero and connection. Richard Stark first came across the orange sky through his social media feed when he decided to give back to the community and become a volunteer.
The stories that we hear from our friends that we help are not that far removed from your own story. So they were just unlucky, they lost their job, they lost their home, they had a relationship breakup, and they found themselves, without some of the things we all take for granted.
No matter where people come from, the Orange Sky volunteers are providing free, non-judgmental service and support in stations all around the Motu for anyone who needs it.
We're very fortunate to have some very strong support from some of our sponsors, the Rada Foundation, the lottery, but also, there are lots of other ways that people support us by just charitable donation.
Michelle says it's a very worthwhile service.
You can see over there that there's people living in shelters with tarpaulins and things just across this car park, but it makes you feel a bit better about yourself if your clothes are clean and dry and you've been able to have a wash.
For those struggling, even the simplest things can make a difference to brighten up someone's life. Michaela Lehman, Metro News.
A muri I ngā whakatairanga, coming up on Metro News.
Businesses are abandoning traditional marketing and are embracing social media.
And more young people are playing the lawn game, croquet.
Koe e haere ki waheke. Stay with us.
Hoki mai anō, welcome back.
More and more businesses are taking their marketing to TikTok, using the app along with other social media to promote their products. What's followed is demand beyond the owner's wildest dreams. Ruben Smith went to find out more.
Gone is the era of billboards and flyers. There's a new marketing strategy in town. TikTok and social media have become key spaces for businesses to find potential customers. Dan, the owner of The Milk Bar, a milkshake shop in central Christchurch that opened up in July, started posting on TikTok a month before opening. He was shocked at how busy it was.
We genuinely had no idea what we were doing when we set it up, and so when I thought I had over-ordered product, thinking that we had heaps and would last us weeks, it lasted us a day.
The video he posted got over 100,000 views on the platform.
They are the ones that bring in the customers.
He says he thought the first few weeks would just be him manning the bar. He's now got 5 staff working for him.
One post on TikTok and we were making hundreds of shakes and the line was very big. There's just no way that we would have that kind of result.
In early 2025, there was around 1.8 million users on TikTok in New Zealand. Many local businesses like the Milk Bar have decided to only promote their business on the platform. It's gone worldwide too.
Someone from Dubai came in and said that they had seen us in Dubai, and another one recently had seen us from other parts of the world.
As summer starts ramping up, he only expects the bar to get more traction.
I love a shake in the summer, and I personally like ice cream in the winter. I like ice cream all the time.
If nothing else, he's certainly the man for the job. Ruben Smith, Metro News.
The government has decided to scrap regional councils, one of the biggest local government reforms since 1989. RMA Minister Chris Bishop and Local Government Minister Simon Watts announced the move yesterday afternoon. They say the decision to remove regional councils would simplify how they plan cities, replacing elected councils with regional mayors. Environment Canterbury Chairman Dion Swiggs says it's unfortunate their work only gets highlighted when something goes wrong. Environment Canterbury is currently in charge of managing consents, marine and water management and metro buses.
Croquet is seeing a surge in young players in Christchurch. The weekend tournament played at St Martin's Croquet Club is proof of that. Poppy Gibson caught all the action.
Levi Franks is one of the young Christchurch players driving new interest in croquet. And that's no surprise, as the sport's appeal is accessibility.
I'm not really too serious about training. You just need to go and play games and have fun with it.
President of Canterbury Croquet, Gay Jones, says it's the sense of community that keeps people like Levi coming back.
It's their tactics, strategy, how can they make a ball jump through a hoop and and having fun.
The competition is played in the faster golf croquet format, a quick, energetic style where you play fewer hoops, and that's attracting a new generation onto the lawns. It also suits veterans like Wellington's Mark Hutley. After tweaking his back on Friday, he stepped back from competing and is now refereeing.
Yesterday was a nice start to the day, and then unfortunately in my second game of the day I went for a little angled jump shot, got it slightly wrong and managed to tweak my back.
Here at the St Martin's Croquet Club, it's clear it's not just about winning, it's about camaraderie, community and the social aspect of sport.
With strong local leadership and rising junior talent, Christchurch looks set to become one of the country's major hubs for the future of croquet. Poppy Gibson, Metro News.
Looking at today's weather, in Ōtautahi, morning rain turned fine in the afternoon. Northwesterlies turned strong in the afternoon with wind gusts up to 60 kilometres an hour. Footpaths are pretty hot today. Your high is 29.
Occasional rain turns cloudy in the evening for Kaikoura. Your high is 25.
It's very hot in Timaru today. You have a nationwide high of 30 degrees.
Tomorrow in Christchurch is going to be even hotter with a high of 30 degrees forecast. Met Service is considering putting out an orange heat warning.
Looking into your morning traffic, the nice weather is bringing the cars out too. It's looking a bit more congested than usual, especially around the 4 Avenues and Riccarton Road. It's running smoothly for the airport run, and out to Sumner it's all clear too.
Thank you for joining us on Metro News this afternoon.
For all those stories and more, head over to metronews.co.nz or check us out at Metro News NZ on Instagram.
And up next after the break is Elevate Her Game, where we talk to woman of many trades, Bex Pemberton.
Thank you for watching Metro News for the past 2 weeks. We've been your journalism students from the New Zealand Broadcasting School. For the final time, ko Amy Stanton tēnei.
Ko Michaela Lemon tēnei.
Mā te wā.